Okay, good, it's recording. Okay. So. Sorry for long waits between videos. I am back finally with a new alternate history video. As you can see, I'm opening up mapchart.net and I'm going to be talking about the an alternate history scenario about the Napoleonic Wars. So, yeah, so I suppose I should probably just jump right into it, huh? So, the main difference, historically speaking, between this and our standard timeline is that a few parts of the is that there's going to be some different stuff in the Napoleonic Wars, which I'm just going to mention here at the outset. So, for instance, I suppose I could do it here. So this will be Austria is going to be yellow. Why not? Austria. Yeah, this won't be a complete thing. Like, this won't be able to like show all of parts of like Vojvodina or Ruthenia and like parts of Galicia. So we're part of the Austrian Empire, but you know what? I figure this is good enough for YouTube's for this thing and my quite unprofessional standards. So actually, you know what? It would probably be better if I just used, you know what? Map chart. Here we go. Europe. Detailed. Yeah. Hope you like my amateurish style. Yeah. Anyway. So, yeah. Czechia. I'm just gonna... What I don't like about this thing is that the way Slovenia is like just... Yeah. Look how small those subdivisions are. It's annoyingly hard to like do anything with it because it's just fiddly and annoying. Anyway, Slovakia. Oh yeah, Hungary I need to add. Yeah, I should probably talk to make this actually somewhat entertaining, because in case you couldn't tell, I don't edit my videos, so, Croatia, and they don't own all of Croatia in this scenario, so, because that's most things, and they probably won't even have like a coastline on the Adriatic. Hang on, I'm gonna need to Google that. Were they landlocked? Pre-Mediterranean. No. Was it ever... No. Duchy of Salzburg. Here we go. I don't know when they got anything. Fuck. Oh yeah, Habsburg monarchy. There we go. Oh, so no, it wasn't landlocked because it had parts of Croatia and stuff. So yeah, I guess giving them all of Slovenia does make sense. Yeah, because they probably did own all of it, except for maybe like Fiume. Yeah, I should probably just. I can probably guesstimate where. Yeah. And yeah, they've got roughly this bit here. That's basically where Galicia is. Kinda. It was shaped differently than that, but that's the best I can do with the current divisions as they exist now. So, oh yeah, they get Bavaria. That's what they got. Of course, in our timeline, they got like Venice and Milan, which doesn't happen in this scenario because yeah, the maritime republics remain independent and okay. So let's go over why or did I turn borders off? Anyway, yeah, this is basically Austria-Hungary here. I can probably guesstimate it well enough. Nope, that's part of what was it called? Is that Bavaria? No, it doesn't have that. Yeah, so this is basically where Austria gets Bavaria instead, which so this means that Bavaria, I think in the War of the Second Coalition, remains allied with France and loses independence because of it. So, let's talk about France. I'm going to change this to blue because I want to. And yeah. So, the big thing that's going to happen, which makes this different, is the treaty, the Congress of Vienna goes very differently and very badly for France. Like, in our timeline, it went quite well for France. Because they did manage to keep all the territory they had before the war. Like, they even like gained some like small countries. Hang on. Okay, yeah, I think it's history. Yeah, I remember it from like history class. Okay, yeah. I think it might be here. Where is it? Where does it say? Ah, expansion of France. Aha. Revolution. Yeah, it got stuff like parts of Alsace and Comitan, Vaison, Venesson, and yeah. Yeah. So, sadly, the modern département don't quite line up with this older stuff because I'm just gonna say, okay. So, priorities basically shift. So, rather than remaining very intact, France gets split up among the victors. Like, so. No, I need to. So, what actually happened was in our timeline was that I don't think they even had it like before the revolution. Yeah, they gained it during the French Revolution. They gained I think yeah, they gained it afterwards under like the later rulers. Anyway, they gained later on Nice and Savoy from Piedmont, Sardinia, who then I think gained them at the Congress of Vienna. I don't know who's. They might have been Genoa's before? Anyway, I don't know how they got to keep Corsica. Anyway, so yeah, and the way it worked was instead with buffer states, like, I don't know, but that doesn't quite happen. So I'm just going to go over the territorial concessions to start with. So Britain gets Calais, not like all of this, just like this part they had. Like on this map, it's this green bit here, Calais. Hang on, Calais MP, Calais constituency. French town of Calais. Oh yeah, represented in the UK by sorry, no, not UK. Was never even part of the UK during that time. It was in the English Parliament. So yeah, it wasn't even a British colony. It was just England. It was just part of England. Just England. Yeah. So yeah, in the UK gets to have Calais. First time the UK's had Calais. England had it anyway. And yeah, you might think that I should probably change this thing's color. Sorry if I keep getting blown. No, here, yes, here it is. To where's fucking? Oh, here it is. This color, and yeah, that's the way it came out to match with, yeah. So yeah, pink Calais. Not all of this. Part of this actually would go to. Actually, I'll bring it up later. And then we've got parts which go to Spain, which I believe would like include the land lost during the Treaty of the Pyrenees. Yeah, and yeah, it's yeah, it's not just, it doesn't just work by carving up hang on, what color did I make it over here? I made it yellow. Dang it. I'm gonna change this color to no, yeah, it needs to stay yellow. I'll make Österreich. Welche Color soll Österreich sein? Yeah, I'm gonna change it to. Yeah, I'm not sure if these are gonna be the same thing as on the thumbnail, because thumbnails I have been working on before I started recording this video. Searching for something else, but I decided it would make a good thumbnail. So anyway, yeah, yeah, you get parts like this area, Pyrénées Orientales, maybe Pyrénées Atlantiques. Not sure though. Hang on, where's the Rhone River? I don't usually plan these things out, so yeah, you end up with awkward stuff like this. Okay. Yeah, maybe the maybe you could knock off the stuff west of the Rhone. I think it makes up a. Oh yeah, you could. But before I do that, I'm going to explain the first place, which I definitely know would be independent, and that would be Brittany. And I am basing this off of some things I saw on Reddit, of course. So I think it would probably also have Loire Aquitaine, and maybe that as well. Yeah, but Brittany will not be reabsorbed into France. It was kind of de facto independent for a long time, and like the French Revolution might have been like the first time it was actually under control of France. Like, if I remember correctly from AP European history, which I took nearly 4 years ago. Yeah, if I remember correctly from high school. Yeah, and I also considered, when I was doing the minimal amount of planning I do make for these videos, I actually considered giving Nord and Antwerp. Sorry if I'm saying these French names in an obvious German accent. Ich bin Deutschlerner. I'm trying to learn German. Anyway. Yeah, so Pas de Calais would actually not. Yeah, I considered also giving Normandy to them, but. Yeah. Then. You'd also have, I'll do it in this map. Venice. Yes, Venice. Right. Venezia. Venance. Which gets all this land here and the Ionian Islands because, well, no, I did not mean to give that bit of Albania. I just meant to give the coastal regions of Albania to it. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, this part of Greece, France got to keep for some reason. And a major part of the difference in this scenario is the goal is much more to punish France. It's much more of a punitive approach taken. So, and you also have stuff like Genoa, who will be, let's be regular red, gets this. Corsica, they get to keep Liguria. Liguria in our timeline went to fucking Piedmont? Yeah, Piedmont. So yeah, they got this as well. But the Genoese Republic had existed for centuries, and part of the thing was not trusting republics, but, you know. I'm ignoring that because maybe Venice and Genoa managed to get into the main room and argue that, hey, it's France's fault. Of course, before France is able to do anything, they managed to assert their independence, and Sardinia. I'm gonna need to go to Google Maps. Okay, Google Maps. Sorry this video is extremely disorganized. Ooh, maybe they get Monaco. Anyway, Nice, is it a good port? Oh look, there are ferries there, so it's probably a decent port. Did they get that? I don't know. Apparently those places supposedly spoke French. I don't think they did. I think they spoke... No, wait, that's for a later part of the video. Video where I go over... So, you know what, screw it. I'm going to start going over the later effects of this thing. So, generally, however you split up France, it'll probably come back together eventually. Like, maybe not Pyrenees, Aquitanis, or maybe not Occitania, but it was apparently quite well integrated before this, so you can't really tear it to shreds. Maybe Piedmont will get all of Provence and everything west of the Loire. Why not? What could possibly go wrong except for France invading and being punished again? France is evil. You know what? I'm gonna change this to this color, and then go over these in another color. I think this should be about where it is. Yeah, they're getting like parts of France. Nah, I don't know where they're gonna get it, but they're gonna get parts. Yeah, they get this bit of France. Did I get the right bit of France? Yeah. Yeah, they see here, 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 here. Wait, are those basically the departments? And then they get 1, 2. Yeah, that is what they get. My gosh, that's quite a lot of France. Holy crap, yeah. This bit would maybe go its own way and like revolt for independence because, yeah, most of France is going to become France again, like unless part of it goes to Belgium. Which brings me to talking about Belgium. So Belgium was annexed to the Netherlands. The Netherlands didn't really fight that much. It also was a part of Austria before the war, and Austria won. I think it was like a balance of power thing. And Austria got like compensated in northern Italy, like which is why Venice was. So basically, the part of the idea of this is Austria gets Bavaria instead. Maybe the southern part of Saxony. I don't know. And then yeah, there's also Prussia, which doesn't change much, to be honest. It gets what? Like, not gonna get Alsace-Lorraine. Fuck that. It's not gonna get that. Ardennes, Nord. Yeah, so Nord is gonna be. So yeah, it went to the Netherlands, which I don't know. But I don't think they would give lost provinces of the Netherlands to the Netherlands. Like, yeah, they probably. Yeah, the rest of France maybe, like, split up on the basis of major rivers, like Gironde River, probably. Like the Gironde, Seine, S-I-E, and Seine. Okay, yes. I mean, of course I mean the Seine River. Oh, I spelled it wrong. I thought it had two N's in it. It's the kind of thing French would do. Okay, yeah, this, like, maybe you'd have, like, an independent Normandy and, like, split it up a bit more, but, I mean, look, the languages spoken there, it would probably reunite. Like, I mean, Italy united, and Italy didn't share a common language until they decided to make a comlang based mostly on like Florentine, because Renaissance, I guess. I don't know. And yeah, until it was like that happened. Yeah, and but yeah, also just realized this should probably be part of Austria. Yeah, it was before the thing. I don't know what happens to Lombardia. It probably gets split between Austria, Venice, and Genoa because, and like Sardinia, because Sardinia is probably gonna get some of it. Venice. Actually, let's do that. Let's split it. Because screw it, right? Okay. This map, I'm gonna do Venice, Venezia. Zoom mode. Nope, that should yeah, it's annoying how the borders of the internal divisions of Croatia don't quite line up to, like, modern uh internal borders, like the old border between like Venice and uh okay, no, reset zoom, between like Venice and the Austrian Empire doesn't quite line up. You know what? I'm gonna half-ass part of this and just say, okay, Austria, you're this color. So yeah, blah, 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 part of it would probably go to Switzerland. Don't know which part yet, so it's not on the map yet. Is that right? I don't feel like that's right. Yeah, that. Oh, whoops. Should probably include that and that. Yeah. Yeah, Austria. Wait, did I just say Host? Yeah, that's right. It'll probably end up like partition between those two. You know what? Part of it would probably go to Austria, like maybe this part over here or something. Let's say this bit goes to Austria or something. Yeah, part of it's gonna go to Sardinia. Goodbye, Milan. Because I'm gonna be honest, the point of this was never. Yeah, Liguria only. Basically, part of this is scenario is, oh yeah, forgot Corsica, but France is gonna have to say goodbye to that. This video is kind of just British person maliciously carves up France between other countries. Because I am ancestrally British. I don't live in the UK, I live in California, and I consider myself more Californian than anything else, but that is besides the point. So, I should probably mention now that the way this would interact with this different version of Italy would interact with nationalism is very different from the way it did in our timeline because, well, France, however it was carved up, would reunite, except for maybe an independent Occitania. But even then, France is really flat, and it would be easy for one to take over the other. Occitania or France take over the other, and Provence, I don't even know where Provence is. Hang on. Okay, I'm just gonna look up Provence. It's that bit. Okay. Occitania. Ooh, that's quite big. Yeah. Maybe it would have like a few Occitan states, like maybe like Gironde and like part of this. Is the Gironde River large enough? I don't know if it is. I don't think it is. Anyway, it would probably mostly reunite. I was tempted to give Normandy to Britain, but decided against it. Anyway, I'm rambling. Yeah, this would reunite, so I'm not going to go into any more detail, but Brittany, on the other hand, would remain independent. And it's not just because the rest of France couldn't subdue it until the revolution, which has been which part of the point was in our time was undoing the revolution. I guess it's partially going to be about the danger of France a bit more, but anyway, France is going to reunify no matter what I do. Maybe the capital will be like somewhere else, like what? Marseille? No, wait, Marseille isn't part of France anymore. It's God. Marseille isn't part of France anymore. Yeah, oh my. Yeah, it would probably be Paris or maybe Lyon. Oh wait, that's cut in half because this doesn't quite go follow the actual river. Because if we look on Google Maps, the Rhone flows right through it, and there. Maybe this part of France on that side, like Dijon, all that stuff will get carved off. Who knows? It'll probably come back later. Anyway, moving on. So yeah, nationalism still rises, and this is where things take a turn, because the great nationalist projects, as we all know, were of at least the 19th century. Besides, like taking let's revolt from the Ottomans sort of stuff, like maybe an independent Sakonia come with this, but that's sort of another day. Besides that, you have it was largely based on language. If you can talk to someone you're of the same nation, which makes a lot of sense, humans are inherently social animals, and I'm just saying, linguistic boundaries make quite a bit of sense for basing identity on. And yeah. But the thing is, first of all, Brittany will remain independent because Brittany has the Breton language, which hadn't really been fully forced into a decline until after a while after the French Revolution. So it could have, like, it was doing quite well, I believe, before stupid Frenchmen being Frenchmen. Sorry if you're French, by the way. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. Anyway, because they don't would be they basically had the Breton language, which is a Celtic language, like it's closely related to Welsh, and Cornish, which used to be a dead language but has since come back to life. Anyway, so Brittany would likely not be part of the wider French nationalism and would have a distinct nationalism, and I think Venice might have that as well. So, like, I'm just gonna have to do this with Wikipedia, sorry. Linguistic map of Italy. And later I'm gonna, okay, languages of Italy, okay, yeah. Here we go. Romance languages, Franco-Provençal, Piedmontese, Venetian, Friulian, Germanic languages. You also have a Cimbrian, which is a whole other thing and would mostly be contained. This Friulian. Anyway, the important part to know is that there are, hang on, Gallo-Romance languages. Here we go. This. Also, wait, why isn't Venetian there? What the hell? What? Yeah, I did mean Venetian with a T. Language. Gallo-Romance. Yeah, Gallo-Italic. What the? Why doesn't this language? What the heck? I really don't understand this. Yeah, but Venetian is weird. This is way weirder than I thought. Anyway, my point is that as Venice spreads and stuff like nationalism, does start to impose language on other areas, which, well, not the best. Wait, did I even include most of Venetia? I don't think I. I think this is mostly Friulia. Oops. Anyway, I'm gonna give it a bit more line. Anyway, what is important is that Venetia is in Venice because the main center of nationalism is language. Don't really become part of a unified Italy because Venice has its own language and like mutual intelligibility had many problems. So, and you also had stuff like standard Italian doesn't make it as far in there, and it doesn't join Italy. It doesn't annex itself to it, I guess. I don't know who goes and unifies Italy either, because like Sardinia has like all this Provençal speaking territory, and it's a nightmare. Except it's good. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, this is where Genoa is. Yeah, which was only kept to take Corsica away from France. I'm starting to feel bad for France, even though they deserved it. I'm being kind of mean. Yeah, so. Yeah. Also, yeah, so what this means is that if I can crudely do it here, when Italy unifies, like we're it's weird. Most of Provence is ruled. Wait, departments. Yeah, wait. That's all of. Okay, I'm gonna do department names, department numbers. Yeah, that's all of Provence. Because Sardinia owns all of no wait, that's Provence Alpes Côte d'Azur. This is so weird. I don't really understand this. What the heck? Hang on. That's there. Yeah, that is just Provence. Also includes Valley d'Aosta. Because otherwise it's like not really contiguous and stuff. And also like parts of this. Oh my gosh. And it goes deeper into Italy. This is quite big. Oh my goodness. I'm just kind of surprised, honestly. You have stuff like, yeah, and then you're probably gonna have some other countries down here. Probably gonna have Kingdom of Two Sicilies, Tuscany, etc. Papal State probably. But it would unify, like, maybe under the Kingdom of Two Sicilies in southern Italy and, like... But my point is, nationalism is much more granular. Venice is going to have its own nationalism. And if you speak Italian... what does this say? Can you tell me what this says? You probably can because Romance languages are kind of mutually intelligible. Like, I'm sure you could probably like figure this out after a while if you just spoke Spanish. Yeah. Per campo fiera de, if you want de. One day. Anyway. Yeah, you got stuff like this. Anyway. What was I doing? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that Milan gets split in two because I don't know what would happen to it. Because part of it is like strong buffer states, and Sardinia is getting quite big and it doesn't need it when it gets Provence. Could probably conquer Genoa actually. But Genoa's there only to take away Sicily. Oh my god, I feel bad for France somehow. And I thought that was impossible. Anyway, where is that specific... Ah, here it is. Just gonna color in Spain. Sorry if this is a bit of a schizophrenic video. Woo! These I don't have, by the way. Okay. Yeah. I'm not sure France will even be able to reconquer that stuff without Brittany, and it will probably be able to. Like, most of it's probably gonna reunite eventually, but Occitania. Wait. Oh my gosh, if it gets split up, Occitania could reunite separately, could become a separate country. And hang on. I need to... I'm sorry if this is being a bit of a rambly video. I enjoy making it though, huh? Garonne River. Yeah, maybe something split by the Garonne, which... yeah, I'm just gonna say the Garonne River thing. I don't even name these countries. I'm just gonna carve up France into multiple countries because I feel like it. Is that right? Yeah. I think it will also include something like that. I don't know. That's a good for Toulouse. Wow, no. It goes much further east than I ever thought. Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, you're gonna have a few other places. Anyway, you're either gonna have independent Occitania in France or France reuniting. But what I still haven't talked about is Germany, because so the way German nationalism works, for a bit of context, was at the time, before the Nazis came and just ruined everything, as they are wont to do, there were basically two ideas, which were Großdeutschland und Kleindeutschland. Und Kleindeutschland hat Österreich auch. So, Greater Germany and Lesser Germany. Lesser Germany also included Austria. Greater Germany didn't. No, my bad. Wrong way around. But the thing is, Austria now includes Bavaria, so Großdeutschland. Großdeutschland. Hang on, I need to consider. Greater Germany can't include Bavaria, so this means that German nationalism would either tear apart the Austrian Empire or would threaten to tear apart the Austrian Empire. But I think I've figured out what Austria would do. So I think Austria might make make Austro-Bavarian their official language. So first, let me explain what I'm even going on about. So Austro-Bavarian is considered a dialect, air quotes. You can't see the air quotes I'm doing because I am a disembodied voice talking to you through a screen. Woo! And anyway, Großdeutschland included all of modern Germany, Prussia, parts of Poland, and also usually the Czech Republic for some reason. I have no idea why I included that, but anyway, part of the way Austria is going to respond to the rise of German nationalism is by basically codifying a specific variety of German and making that be the standard in their territory, and probably going to try and make it a bit more broad because, of course, this will threaten to alienate the more eastern parts of the empire, which would likely lead to a similar situation as happened in our timeline, leading to a basically splitting Austria and becoming something like the dual monarchy, but maybe a triple monarchy with the lands of the Crown of Bohemia, also maybe Slovakia and Galicia as well. I don't know. Slovakia was part of Hungary at the time, and this is also there's Transcarpathia / Ruthenia, and oh my god, this stuff's complicated. Anyway, yeah, but part of this is, but this means Germany would likely, I'm just gonna not include Bavaria. And hang on, hang on. I need to do a bit of research because I didn't do my research properly before this video, because I did this in a spur of the moment sort of thing. And because I don't edit, okay, yeah, Upper German. Yeah, you've got Upper German, Lower German, Middle German, Swabia, no, okay, Stuttgart, Frankish, I don't know. This stuff's in German, and Nordbayerisch Dialekte, Mittelbayerisch, Südbayerisch. Yeah, so Bavarian is spoken in Austria and is therefore a separate language because it has an army and maybe a navy. I think Austria has a navy that like uses on rivers. It's really random. Also, so that saying ignores lots of landlocked countries. And there's also a country which doesn't have an army or even a military, but it's in Latin America and speaks Spanish, so doesn't really matter. Because unless you want to, I guess you could consider Mexican military the one for Nahuatl. Anyway, back to the topic of this video, which is Swabish, Frankish, German. Oh yeah, this reminds me. I'm just going to color in a few more countries. This is I think I got that right. Württemberg, and then Bayern. No, stupid. Baden. You have Baden. And maybe there's a unite separately, but then you have like the Prussia. Prussia doesn't change much, and except for maybe like not getting Hanover if the UK keeps a tighter grip on it, I guess. I guess we could see. Ooh. Let's say Baden and Württemberg join and gain Alsace. Ooh. Hang on. Kingdom of Baden. Grand Duchy of Baden. My bad. No, that's part of the Weimar. What the heck? Okay, yeah. Part of the German Confederation, which was basically a separate country. Come on. Alemannic. Oh yeah. there could be Alemannic nationalism. Something I never thought I'd say, but looks like this is. Oh my god. No, wait, that's just Switzerland. That's literally just Switzerland. Oh! South Baden, Südbaden, Swabia. Okay, hang on. The. Oh, two T's. Tim. Yep. Kingdom of Württemberg. Yeah, it had this land and common language is Swabian. Yeah, it's just Swabian. Yeah, I'm gonna say if you take a look at this, you're gonna have like kinda a choke point and yeah, and let's see, is there a river there? I think there might be a river there. Nuremberg. My goodness, Bavaria is massive. Holy crap. Is that the board? Oh my gosh. Wow, there's kind of a river in the Neckar River. I don't know. I'm just gonna say Mannheim, this river, something. Yeah, it's gonna be. Anyway, it would be hard for like. It would have kind of a choke point, like even if Prussia, like, well, I guess discontinuous countries were a thing, but you know. I'm gonna say this becomes Swabia is an independent country because you end up with independent Swabia and crap, independent Germany as well, except for maybe like what. Also, it included parts of modern-day Poland. I'm gonna ignore that and let's just say that's there because I don't want to deal with this. Yeah, and also that about I don't know how much Poland was part of Russia because modern Poland doesn't correspond to a lot of the Duchy of Warsaw. This is so annoying. Anyway, yeah, no, Schleswig-Holstein, that was part of, that was part of Denmark after it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and yeah, let's just say this becomes, so parts of, this becomes flippin', that's Germany. Maybe it would be cut up into some smaller pieces. I don't know how. Yeah. I've actually got a good argument as to why this part would likely be separate. First of all, separation. Second of all, maybe Saxony would be. I don't know. Second of all, we've already gone over the difference between Upper German and Lower German, which corresponds quite well to the border between the old Germany country, between Germany and the southern countries, where, and maybe Low Saxon would, hang on, Low German, this thing's more closer related to English. Yeah, wait, that includes parts of like Berlin and stuff, so I have no idea what's gonna happen. What happened? To be honest, there's from Eastern Low Saxon, West Low German. Oh my gosh, there's Brandenburgish. Like, oh my gosh, yeah, there's stuff like this. Like Berlin, there's also the Berlin dialect, which is sometimes. Look, this is what happens when you standardize languages like that. It doesn't make any sense. Moving on. Yeah, there's like. Anyway, so yeah, that. Maybe they get this. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So, this has been a rambly video about what if the Congress of Vienna went slightly differently. Hope you enjoyed it. This was very, much a thing that exists. So, yeah. I've got some other alternate history videos on this channel, which are much better than this one. This is one of the, lowest quality ones because I didn't prepare and I'm not taking history classes anymore, which served as the main source for inspiration for most of the videos I made back in the day, so yeah, bye. Thanks for watching.